everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Product Inspiration series. Today we are diving into a game changer in the world of repairs and maintenance. In-house repair with SAP Business Suite, powered by our Cloud ERP SAP S/4HANA and SAP Service Cloud version 2. Joining me today is the product manager behind this innovation, Martin. Hi Martin, very warm welcome.
Hi there, thanks for having me. I'm excited to share what we have been working on.
Let's kick things off with a big question. Why did SAP decide to innovate in the area of in-house repair and deepen the integration as part of their SAP Business Suite?
Service has become a serious business. We work with numerous customers, all of them market leaders in their segments. For these companies, service has become a business function that determines the success of their products and contributes to their overall corporate success. Service makes an important contribution to financial performance and is a critical differentiator in competitive markets. Furthermore, considering sustainability, service, especially in-house repair, is an essential part of their sustainability strategies. New service models are emerging in the market, all targeting tailor-made solutions. Consider leasing models that complement traditional sales or offerings that ensure business contingency through loaner or replacement devices, while defective parts are refurbished for subsequent use. Additionally, we know of companies that buy back products from customers to reuse components in new or refurbished items or to offer them to new clients after upgrading. SAP customers expect from us a strong and flexible solution, which supports their businesses. With in-house repair as part of the service management solution within SAP S/4HANA Cloud and SAP Service Cloud version 2, we offer a highly integrated solution designed for the service industry.
That sounds fantastic. Now, what concrete scenario does this new integration offer?
With the feedback of those customers, we have been working to bring in-house repair to the next level. The in-house repair for SAP S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition fulfills major requirements. It natively integrates with SAP Service Cloud version 2. It combines in-house repair with customer service and field service. It provides a robust logistics capability and extended quotation capabilities. It offers ready-to-use apps for service managers' daily operations. It delivers transparency across the service business from quotation, execution, billing up to logistics. You can analyze service profitability and margins. And last but certainly not least, it leverages SAP Business AI. Imagine this scenario. A customer sends in a product for repair. With in-house repair, you can initiate customer returns, create and manage service orders, conduct diagnostics, process quotes, plan and execute the service, handle billing, and even arrange a return delivery. It's a comprehensive end-to-end solution that merges exceptional service execution with commercial capabilities. By streamlining these processes efficiently and sustainably within SAP S/4HANA Service, you also keep your customers informed and engaged through SAP Service Cloud version 2.
Impressive. So how can our customer get their hands on this new solution? Are there any prerequisites?
Customers already using SAP S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition, or respectively S/4HANA On-Premise, along with SAP Service Cloud version 2, can adopt this solution with ease. It's all about configuring the integration between the two systems, and we provide comprehensive documentation and support to make that process a breeze. Plus, the solution is highly flexible, so customers can tailor it and fit to their unique needs. But now I would suggest to dive right into the product and experience our integrated in-house repair process in action. Thank you. There we are in the system. We are starting on the desktop of Barbara Lee, a service agent working on Service Cloud. Barbara will receive in a minute a call from a customer requesting a service on a solar power station. The Service Cloud will show us that the domestic US customer number 1 is calling, and once we accept the call, The caller identification will indicate that Susan Miller is on the phone. The timeline indicates that we have quite a long history with Susan because she's one of the main contact persons for this customer. Since we know that we have to perform a service, we are creating a service order right away. So we will document in the system that we have to perform a service on a solar power station. Priority is high, account and contact persons are already pre-filled. The service should take place between May the 20th and May the 27th. And with the service product, we will clearly identify the equipment for which we need to perform the service. It's the solar power station, which we already have in the system. As soon as Barbara adds the sales organization, the header information, so the general information for the service, are added to the system, and Barbara will continue to add some details. For adding the details, Barbara will open up the service order, which we just have created. We will start with adding some customer notes. So the customer is telling us that the solar power station needs some service, and in addition, the AC-DC converter, which is a component of the solar power station, throws an error. With that, we know that we have to send out a field service technician to perform the service on the solar power station on-site, and that we have to send the AC-DC converter from the solar power station to one of our in-house service centers to perform the repair. We will add this information to the system by using the items of the service order. We're adding two items. The first item is the service product for the field service for the solar power station. We're using a predefined service product for that. And our estimation is that we will need 5 hours to perform the on-site service on the solar power station. The second service product is the in-house service for the AC-DC converter. We will add a second line for this in-house service. We are also using a predefined service product. And our estimation will be that we will need 10 hours for the diagnosis and for the repair of the AC-DC converter in our in-house repair shop. The service products have two functionalities. So the one functionality is that the service technician clearly knows what he or she has to perform on the equipment. And the second functionality is the pricing. You will see that in a minute. Once we have replicated the service order to the S/4HANA backend, the pricing engine will determine the price for the service, and the service agent can go into a call to get the agreement for this price. Before Barbara can hand over the service to the service team, which is working on the S/4HANA backend, she has to initiate the delivery of the AC-DC converter from the customer's location to the in-house service center. For that, Barbara is using the measure functionality of the Service Cloud. The measure functionality shows all the objects which are stored in the service backend directly in the Service Cloud. You can see the service products, you can see the notes which Barbara has typed in before. In addition, you have access to the pricing of the service backend. For initiating the delivery of the service object from the customer to the in-house service center, Barbara is adding an in-house service object to the service order. She will search for the serial number of the AC-DC converter, which we are already storing in the system. So Barbara can search for it. selected and added to the service order. As soon as Barbara will save the service order, which now includes the service object, the S/4HANA backend will create in the background an in-house service object. The in-house service object is integrated with customer returns, and with customer returns we get the functionality for the inbound and later on for sure also for the outbound logistics to send back the repair object to the customer. Barbara will navigate in one click to the in-house service, mark the AC/DC converter and create a returns order for this AC/DC converter. She's able to define the plant and the storage location where she wants the customer to send the AC/DC converter, and once this is done, the system creates a returns order and attaches this returns order to the service object. We will see that in the transaction history in a minute. And even more important, we are showing the delivery status. The delivery status shows us delivery to repair service center pending. So with that, everybody knows that the AC/DC converter is on the way to the repair shop. Now we are moving from the service agent on the Service Cloud to the Service Manager working on the S/4HANA backend. The Service Manager is able to filter for those repair objects which have been received by repair center. In the meantime, the logistics process is completed and we have received the AC/DC converter in our repair center. You can see this by the availability status received by repair center. The Service Manager can scroll down to the service order, open up the service order, review service products, which means reviewing the tasks he or she has to perform to complete the service. Once done, the Service Manager will create a follow-up to track the activities, to track the effort which he or she has spent to perform the service. In our example, 5 hours field service, and we are documenting that we have spent 8 hours on repairing the AC/DC converter. We are creating a service confirmation. The cost will be added to the system with that service confirmation. The final service confirmation indicates that the service has been fully completed, which means the service order status will be set to completed automatically in the background. Service technician tasks are done. As a next step, we will filter for those service objects which have been completed. We will enter the Manage in our Service Objects app. We will filter for the order status, so for all repair objects where the service order status is completed. The AC/DC converter is again the first one on the list. And those repair objects we are able to send back to the customer. So there is a one-click action to create an outbound delivery, which triggers the logistics process back from the in-house service center to the customer's site, so that the field service technician can reassemble the AC/DC converter to the solar power plant. Transaction history shows the return to customer outbound delivery activity in the system. Let us go back a minute to the Service Cloud. So Barbara Lee, you may think about that the customer is calling and asking about the status of the repair. Barbara Lee is able to review all the activities on the Service Cloud as well. By searching the service order, she can open up the mashup of the service order, and with opening up the mashup of the service order, she has access to all of the information which the service manager and the service technician has been entering to the system. So just in case we would like to review if the service object has already been sent back to the customer, Barbara will scroll down to the assignment block for the in-house service objects, opening up the in-house service, and on the in-house service screen she's able to review the availability status sent back by service center, and with that she has all the information available to inform the customer about the progress of the service. The service has been performed, the service object has been sent back to the customer. Now we would like to create an invoice for the service. For doing so, we will enter the Release for Billing app and filter for those service confirmations which belong to a certain customer and which have been created today. Let us mark these two lines and click on Release for Billing. With Releasing for Billing, the S4HANA backend creates billing document requests, which are sent to the billing engine of the S4HANA backend. The billing is done by the billing clerk. So the billing clerk will open up the Create Billing Documents app and search for the billing document requests which has been created by the service manager. We will mark the billing document request and create a billing document in a one-click action by clicking on Create Billing Documents. In the billing document you can see the two service lines which has been performed by the service, including the agreed price, and we will send out the invoice. Let's go back a minute to the Manage Service Objects app. On the Manage the Service Objects app, we will filter for those service objects which has been sent back to the customer. This is our AC/DC converter. And when scrolling down to the final transaction history of the AC/DC converter, you will see that the billing documents and the billing document requests are also listed in that. With that, the service is completed and we will set the service object to the status completed. As a final step for our service management walkthrough, I would like to point out to the financial analytics capabilities of SAP S4HANA Service Management. The page Service Processing contains an app, Product and Service Margins, and the app Product and Service Margins provides a flexible analysis overview about the financial figures of your service management department. In this example, you can see the financial figures of the service order, which we have used in our example. In an easy-to-consume graphical display, you can review the billed revenue, the actual cost, the recognized revenue, and many further financial figures which are useful for analyzing and managing your service management department. With that, we are done with our end-to-end service management walkthrough, and I'm curious how you will benefit from S4HANA Service Backend in combination with the SAP Service Cloud. Thanks for your attention.